Program 2, workout saved. With the kettlebell hinge, just depends on where your member's at. They might be progressing into the next stage of the levels or the kettlebell system, which is great. And if not, that's totally fine. The big thing that I want us to focus on is in this particular hinge is going to be a count up. So for example, we're going to be doing 25 seconds of work, 35 seconds rest. In those 25 seconds of work, I'm going to do however many reps I can do for that period of time. So let's say I'm doing deadlifts. I'm going to maybe get anywhere from 8 to 12 repetitions there. The next round, I want to make sure that I at least match it or increase it by 1 or 2 reps. So each time you do your deadlift, your swinging, wherever you may be with your kettlebell hinge progressions, just know that you want to keep count of how many reps you did the first round and do your best each round to increase it by 1 or 2 repetitions. We're going to pair that up with floor presses. One thing that I found that has maybe an issue at times is having enough weight for everyone when it comes to the dumbbell floor press. So in the case that you don't have enough weights to go around, you can substitute it for a pair of kettlebells. So for example, if somebody needs 15 pounds and all the 15-pound dumbbells are gone, use 6-kilogram kettlebells for their presses. If they need 20 pounds for their dumbbell bench press and we're all out, you can use 10-kilogram kettlebells for that, and so on. So do your best to match the weight of the kettlebell to that of the dumbbell for those who need it that we don't have enough equipment for. So when it comes to the dumbbell floor press, what we're going to be focusing on this time is the eccentric portion, which is going to be a 3-count down. So we're going to press the weight up, slowly lower down those weights. 1, 2, 3, press back up. 1, 2, 3, press back up. Depending on where your member's at, they might be doing that alternating. The same thing here. It will be that 1, 2, 3, press. 1, 2, 3, press. So again, depending on where they're at, they're still going to be doing the eccentric portion of this exercise. Next, we're going to go into the TRX row. With the row, what we're going to be doing is pausing at the top. So from this position, I'm going to row myself up. 1, 2, back down. Pull myself up. 1, 2, come back down. So the goal here, depending on where they're at with whichever progression, whether it's face pull, whether it's a little bit of a lower row, wherever they may be at, what we want them to focus on is holding themselves at the top of the position for a 2 count. We'll be pairing that with the USB squat, and with the USB squat, when it comes to this, the thing I want us to focus on for this program is as you're reaching your hips back, I want you to imagine that you're sitting into your heels. So imagine that when you reach your hips back, you're sitting into your heels as if you're going to sit onto a toilet. And then the other thing to focus on is when you're saying spread the knees, don't let it be coming from the ankles or the feet. Think about the hip. So the hip should be pulling a little bit more outward from the top. That way the knees can go outward because we're focusing on the glutes. So from this tall and tight position, I reach my hips back. I'm going to sit onto my heels, and I'm going to have my hips pull my knees apart, then drive and stand tall. For conditioning, we're going to be doing jam ball slams. Same thing as the last cycle, nothing too crazy, just looking at getting a good amount of work in and progressing as needed.